Okay, hello everyone. It is Sean here. I am actually in my bedroom today because it is the it's the coldest room in my apartment currently, and where I live, most places, unless they're like super new builds, do not have AC because they were built before we really needed AC in the mountains. So, you'll have to ignore the fan sound and kind of the lighting in here. It's not that great. But yeah, I would probably die if I tried to film in the other room today. It's really hot. But I'm still getting over the cold, as you can tell. But I thought I would actually do this video. I don't make response videos very often, but I had time today. I'm off work. And I don't celebrate the 4th of July, so I had time to film. And since this video was only a few days ago, it's very timely that the video I'm responding to was posted. And I had never heard of this creator before. So, you know, I had no idea who this person was. And then they made a video about the Reborn community, and I'm gonna hold on, let me get the title of that. So the creator that I'm responding to is called Green is Not Nick, I believe, and I'll link and tag his video as well. But he titled the video "The Reborn Doll Community Keeps Getting into Drama," and he's correct. There is a lot of drama in the community. However, the problem with this video and what I'm responding to, and this is common of all these videos that are made by people who like have never heard of these dolls or only casually have heard on social media like TikTok and stuff about these dolls. They're focusing on the wrong things and don't do enough care to actually figure out what's going on, because what the outside world, I guess you'll call it, is seeing as important drama are really not the things that are going on and the things that are actually affecting things. And so he talked about in that video specifically the controversy of the very few people, I should add, that were using real baby formula for their dolls. And that is like so few people, and within the Reborn community, nobody agreed with that. No one was happy with this. We thought it was really disrespectful and stupid. Like, what was the point? I never personally have understood why would you even need to use real formula, because it expires for one, and it's hard to clean up. So you can't keep it just sitting in a bottle for eternity like fabric softener. So it's really stupid. And if you wanted realism, you could, if you know someone with a baby, you can use their old empty container from their formula. I mean, it's really not that difficult. You don't have to use real things like that that are actual necessities for real babies. And in a lot of the collectors I know, most of their clothes that they buy, like or like me, are secondhand anyway. So most of the stuff I have for the dolls are secondhand. So in unfortunately, the outside world uh, doesn't think to even care to ask questions of actual collectors to see what is actually going on. They want to see the extreme people like Lambie's Dollies, which is the article he was responding to in a lot of her videos. Most people are not making or interacting with their dolls to such an extreme extent like that. And I've said this time and time again that vast majority of collectors I know have real children to focus on, or they have a full-time job like myself. So they're not, I rarely change these dolls. I rarely interact with them. I'm always painting because I'm an artist, but as far as actually, I don't take them out really, very rarely. And so, the social media wants to focus and take the stories of the extremes and run with that. So that's kind of what I had a problem with his video about, even though I believe his video was well intentioned. Um, he he admitted in this video that he did not have a lot of time to do any kind of really deep research on our community. And the problem with that is it's obvious that he's just trying to make content, but the problem with this is his content are real people like myself. Um, and in reality, what we need to be focusing on is the actual drama that's going on constantly in this community, and to a point where I think some of these things are criminal level things that are happening within our community. And with that, I'm going to dive into really what I want to say is the real drama, the real drama in the Reborn community that's currently happening. Um, and it's brought up, and it's very timely, and it's brought up by and me, and I am often the one that has to say something, even though I'm trying to stray away from that. But like, no one is talking about it. No one is saying anything. So I'm gonna say it. One of the current dramas that I've realized there's a deep, deep connection with in the Reborn community to what's going on in general social media is the Colleen Ballinger thing. And if you're not familiar with her at all, she is the same person. Her character is Miranda Sings. Miranda Sings, the character, um, literally it it reaches out to a lot of children. A lot of children like that character because it's supposed to be like kind of silly, goofy. She claims it's supposed to be a PG-13 character, but even still, like, those are children. That those videos kind of um, interest, and unfortunately, with these dolls, because they are dolls and they're fun, and you know they're pretty, they're fun to play with, people love them. Um, this appeals to children a lot, even though this is not intended to be a children's hobby. It's definitely not. These dolls are not regulated to be given to children. They're not for children. Plus, they're really expensive. And so I see a lot of children that do have them, but they're usually more responsible ones that aren't going to destroy them. But either way, these videos that we make often, not my videos, because my videos are not the role playing type of videos and stuff like that, that would appeal to children. But a lot of creators, their stuff appeals to children. And so now there is a reborn YouTuber who's pretty damn big, and she has around 1 million subscribers that are bought, I should add. I'm not going to name her name or anything like that because I'm tired of getting like threats of being sued or whatever. But not that you can really sue someone for their opinion when it's, anyway, I have basis for why I know her subscribers are bought, and the reason is because it went from a huge jump in subscriber count when she's only getting like 2,000 views per video still. And you could compare her to another reborn YouTuber who's very popular, who's the best, like she's so sweet, and they're completely different people. And her channel has about 2 million viewers. I mean 2 million subscribers, and you'll notice that her videos consistently have around like 500,000 views. That's normal. This other YouTuber is buying her views, and she's the one I'm concerned about in this video because she her her videos are literally made to appeal to children. Both of these big YouTubers have a lot of videos that appeal to children. Now, the difference is in how they treat their children fans. The one that I'm concerned about, who's the one that buys her subscribers, a lot of them, she is very inappropriate towards her children fans. And I've seen messages of her talking to her fans. I've seen comments, even in the comments on her public videos, how she interacts with these children is very, very concerning. And even at one point, she had a whole, like, I don't know if she has it anymore, but she had a whole Patreon that I was undercover in, and the interactions between some of her and these fans is real concerning shit. And I wish I still had access to that, but I don't, because I would be posting all the screenshots and just letting it be what it is. But I don't even need to do that. If you know who I'm talking about, you could go on her videos and look at the comments. The interactions are inappropriate. The live chats, even better, are super inappropriate to be having with these underage fans. And in a time where social media is so much of our lives, and we have this parasocial relationship with a lot of YouTubers and a lot of celebrities and people who make content like that. It's even more of our duty as people who make these videos to have those boundaries. But she does not, and has never had those boundaries. But now, as she's growing, it's getting even worse because now she's making content directly for those children, and it's it's gotten worse. It's getting real concerning. And I hadn't said anything about this person for a very, very long time publicly because I was sick of being involved in it. But with all of this coming out with Colleen, I can only imagine that this is going to come out with this YouTuber. So I just wanted to say that's the real drama. Like, that's what we should really be focusing on, not people who role play with their damn dolls or buy a few people who buy um, knockoffs, or a few people who buy the real supplies. That's not what we should be focusing on. All of that is a distraction of what's really underlying the surface for a lot of these creators. Why are you trying to appeal to children? And how are you talking with these children who you've now brought to your channel? You know, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Are you asking money from these young fans? Because in her case, she did. Definitely did. And it's just really manipulative and concerning. And then another thing that I feel like is the real drama within the community, and again, always gets swept under the covers, is the racism within the community. I mean, it's constant. It's constant. I can't tell you how bad it can be. And like I said, I have been in this Reborn world since 2012. On and off. I took some time out, but I've been solidly involved in this community for a while, and I've seen it. With the exclusion from anything from the forums, which is part of why I left that forum. Um, they just don't want to have these discussions. They don't want to have these sculptors accept responsibility for what they've said and done. They don't want these artists to accept responsibilities for what they've said and done. It's rampant. And I love this community and overall, because they have helped me, and these dolls have helped me through some dark times when I was younger, for sure. Now I just collect for fun, which a lot of people do. But this community has its, like any community, any group of people has its beautiful parts of it. Like the doll show was wonderful. It was amazing. It was so much fun. It was so healing. It was great to be around other people who won't think you're weird for a hobby that you happen to enjoy. But with that always comes this really, really dark part of the community that no one wants to pay attention to because it's negative. But it's not negativity, and I always say this: negativity isn't is often a part of reality, and you have to understand that, accept that, and pay attention to it sometimes, especially when there's people that are like low key. And I put low key in quotations because it's barely low key at this point, where there's people who are low key grooming their children fans and getting away with that because they have a bubbly personality. The reason why my videos don't take off is because I don't pretend that I have a bubbly personality. I don't pretend to be anything but what I am, which is I'm straightforward. I make serious videos sometimes. I make fun videos sometimes. But that's what I do. I'm not going to pretend that everything is smiles and giggles all the time like people want to do in this community. So, there's lots of racism. There's lots of grooming that's happening within the Reborn community. And that is the drama that I wish these bigger creators would focus on. Because this man who made that video that I'm talking about and responding to, I think his video got like over 1 million views or something ridiculous amount of views, too many views to be focusing on the wrong thing. And then and it's not just our community, It's not just Reborn Dolls. These type of channels, these drama channels, make reactions to situations without actually looking into the ins and outs of it because they don't have time, because they're just trying to push out content, which I can't blame them for. Get that check, get your money. But also realize when you're doing these things, you are harming real people. So I wish I had a chance to have talked to this guy who made this video, who's now made it big with this video, um, before he finished it, because I would have been like, there's some things that you need to know about and you should be talking about, instead of fucking like people who used real formula. Like, that's such a non-issue that it's really annoying that that's what so many creators want to focus on that are outside of our community. Um, I wish I had a bigger platform only because of that. It's not because I want the money, because YouTube, you have to make it like pretty big before you really start to see significant money from ads and stuff like that, and placements, and um, it takes a while and a lot to be able to even really make a profit from YouTube. So it's not about me wanting subscribers for that. It's because I feel like I have so much to say and it doesn't really get to too many places. So I'm hoping that this video um, will reach the people it needs to reach. And we need to, and further that, I hope this reaches the community in a way that we need to start questioning how these popular creators are interacting with children. This is such an easy community for children to be groomed in. And that sounds terrible, but it is. Like I said, these dolls appeal to children, and then you've got mostly adult collectors, mostly adult content creators. What do you think is going to happen when you can get kids to do a lot if they are so in love with these creators, like in this case of this YouTuber with 1 million subscribers? So I think that's what I wanted to say in response to his video that he made, and I think his name again was Nick is not green, um, or green is not Nick. It's one of those. Like I said, I will tag him and like put the video I'm responding to, and like I said, I don't blame him because he's not thinking of the greater interactions of what videos like that mean to people who are just members of the community that they're making the drama videos about. um so don't hate on him too much, I guess. But I think going forward, I hope this gets to him and he realizes, there's things that you really do want to do a little bit more research in, because there's more serious things going on under the surface that need to be exposed. So, anyway, I hope you guys, whoever celebrates this day for whatever reason, I guess, hope you have a great holiday, weird Tuesday. I don't know. For me, it's just a weird Tuesday that I happen to be home. Because, like I said, I'm black, so like, why would I be celebrating 4th of July when none of my ancestors were free? But to each their own. I will see you guys in the next video, which is going to be something a lot lighter. And yeah, I'll see you then.